Hello Taurus, Elsie here for a bonus read. How you doing, friends? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for clicking here. Taurus, just came to give you a little bit of extra energy before we do the next sneak peek. How are you, my bull gang? I hope you're well. This reading is for Taurus Sun, but it's also for Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So, thank you for your thumbs up. And if you are interested in a private read, please check the pinned comment. Let's find out what's going on for you, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me what Taurus needs to know in this bonus read. This could happen anytime, Taurus. Maybe it'll resonate now, maybe it won't resonate, maybe it'll be later. Tell me about Taurus. Got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Page of Wands. And we've got the Nine of Swords. Taurus, I'm going to tell you to start being excited about wish fulfillment. It feels like wish fulfillment is coming. The nines are here. You're at the end of some sort of cycle. A cycle of worry. Something here is showing up that is a wish fulfillment. I'm going to say start getting excited about that. This is a little bit of excitement, a little bit of inspiration or excitement. And look, we literally have the page looking over at the Nine of Cups. So I think that I can tell you to start getting excited about some sort of wish fulfillment. You're at the end of a hard cycle, a cycle of worry. It could be emotional worry. And it feels like, or worry about action. Someone taking action, or now you'll have to take action. But it does feel like the worried energy, I feel, is going to be overtaken by... I think you're supposed to get rid of this worried energy. Let's pull some more cards. We've got the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Eight of Swords. Just because you can't get out of your head, friend. I'm talking to an overthinker here. And we've got the Five of Swords. You know what? This feels like somebody's saying, but that doesn't happen to me, Elsie. Wish fulfillment doesn't happen to me. I'm still waiting. Where is it? It feels like somebody here is feeling as though... why should I get excited about it when it hasn't happened up till now, right? The Five of Swords is here. This is where I feel like you're tangled in your head. The Five of Swords and the Eight of Swords. You know what it is? It feels like somebody here is sort of fighting happiness. It's like you're fighting hope. And so I would say to you guys, look, I'm a Taurus Sun. I read in a very practical and grounded way, and I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm not here to tell you all the beautiful, lovely things that are never going to happen. I'm trying to be very practical about what is going on here. And so I feel like somebody here is like, I don't want you to tell me all the butterflies are coming in the future. And that's not what I'm here to tell you. I feel like somebody here is like, why should I hope? Why should I hope anything's going to change? Why should I hope? Why should I hope? And I'm going to say, like, don't hope for the future. Hope for the present. Make sure that this moment is the best moment of your life. I'm talking about today. Today, when you see this, I feel like you're supposed to work on what you can build today. What can make you stable today? Look, even if you only got 3 pentacles, put $5 in your savings account. I feel like you're supposed to look forward to the future, but the only way that you can look forward to the future is if you take care of the present. And so I feel like somebody in the present moment here is worried about possibly money, partnership, friendships, possibly work, maybe not having enough work. This, to me, the Three of Pentacles, if we're talking about work, doesn't mean unemployed. It means that I'm underemployed. So maybe you're working part-time and you want to work full-time. You could be doing something employed full-time that you feel you aren't making enough money doing. It feels like you're so busy in Swords, wrapped up in your head, stuck in this place where you feel like your hands are tied. It's like somebody here has no hope. And I'm not going to give you false hope. That's not what I'm here for. But I'm going to say here that I feel like you should start getting excited because something is about to show up that you have been wishing for or hoping for. This is wish fulfillment here. And look, I'm not telling you that $1 million will be dropped on your head. I mean, I'm not saying it won't be, but the Nine of Cups is being happy from the inside out. This is happiness you build. This isn't pixie dust that is sprinkled upon you and magically you're happy. This is building it cup by cup. This is 9. This is something you do alone. This is not bringing someone into your life in a relationship because you want them to make you happy. This is you being by yourself at the beginning of your wish fulfillment because you worked really hard to try and make yourself happy. So I will say that I feel like that is it. I feel like that you have to do that hour by hour, day by day. If you can't see into the future, then stop looking there. It hasn't happened anyway. Let's talk about the Page of Wands, please. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, see, it feels like this, you've learned over time, Six of Cups, since you were a kid or since you were younger, or something that keeps coming back and hurting you. It feels like it's stuck in the mind. I've learned to detach from my emotions when it comes to the Nine of Cups. When it comes to the wish fulfillment, I have learned or trained myself to not be hopeful, to not look into the future. I've detached from my emotions. I'm not settling for anything. It feels like this is something that probably keeps happening over and over again, or this could definitely be a thought pattern. This could be something that you've got yourself stuck in. The Eight of Swords, no one pushed you into the Eight of Swords, Taurus. The Eight of Swords is here because you put yourself in that place, in the mental prison that you're in. And I feel like it's nostalgic. So I feel like you've had a lot of losses, and so you don't expect any wins. And I'm not telling you to expect anything. I'm just telling you simply that there is a wish fulfillment coming, and it could be small. Because we are looking at pages. It could be about a child. If somebody here has been disconnected from their child, it could be about your child. I feel as though this Page of Swords tells me for you that you are a literal thinker. I think you are a literal thinker, but I also feel as though something is about to change. This Page of Swords is here. And we've got the butterflies that are around the page. I feel like there is some information that is showing up, or a messenger, or a message, or something that is coming to you. I keep doing this because it's coming from the future. Over there is the future for me. It's coming from the future, and I feel like this message is showing up for you. And is going to make you excited about some sort of wish fulfillment that you weren't expecting, because you're stuck in your head, arguing with yourself about nothing ever good happens to me. Nothing good ever happens to me. I'm always stuck in the Three of Pentacles. I can't seem to get past the three damn pentacles if we're talking about stability or growth. I feel like somebody here has been spending a lot of time by themselves. The nines indicate that. You've probably been spending a lot of time by yourself. And I feel like somebody here is about to, this wish fulfillment could simply be that you're about to meet a new network, or a new group of people, or a new tribe, or maybe you're going to be moving to a new community, right? The Three of Pentacles is all of that. You might be meeting a friend of a friend who ends up being someone who is quite influential in your life. Tell me why you should be happy, or what the wish fulfillment is here. We've got the Four of Wands in the reverse. That could mean that somebody is moving. We've got the Star. And we've got the Two of Swords. Look, if this is a relationship that I'm talking about, if that's you that I'm talking about, I try to read from all sorts of angles, right? If we are talking about a relationship here, I feel like you decided to pull the plug. I feel like you have left a relationship, or you made a hard decision about your happiness. I feel like you are very metered with your hopefulness. And remember, I was saying at the beginning, I'm not here to blow smoke. I'm not here to tell you to be hopeful. But I'm thinking here that there's a block to your hope, that you no longer hope for things because of the Four of Wands being in the reverse. So it feels like that might be a relationship or a friendship. Look, the Four is stability, and stability has been overturned. So it feels like you don't really feel stable. Maybe you don't really feel stable financially. Maybe you don't really feel that stable emotionally. I feel like there's a block to you being hopeful. How do we get rid of that block? And honestly, I think it's based on data. Taurus, you're always basing things on data. You're not just saying, well, that's it. One thing in my life, my whole life went wrong, so I'm never going to be hopeful again. That's not you. It's like things that happen time after time after time. So what's blocking your hope? The Four of Pentacles is here. The Knight of Cups is in the reverse. And the Nine of Pentacles. The other 9 is here. We got the 9 of Pentacles. Look, I feel like with the Knight of Cups, it's in the reverse. I think you're seeing things clearer now. Taurus, I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups being in the reverse, it feels to me that you've taken off the rosy colored glasses and all you see now is practicality. Now you see like, no, if it's gonna show up, I'm gonna see it. It's gonna be practical. It's gonna be grounded. It's gonna be money. It's gonna be a good job, or it's not. Like, I feel like you're like, no, I'm not looking forward into the future with hope. Look, I get it. I get that you're not doing that, and I'm not saying that you should. What I'm saying is, yes, believe the present moment, but also understand that you're the person who's building your own reality. You're building the present moment, and that's what the 9 of Pentacles is. We've got 9s, 9s, 9s. Look, you are at the end of a cycle here, and something is about to move. You don't have to be hopeful. I'm telling you that something is about to move here. We have the 4 of Pentacles. It almost feels like, I'm going to say that if you whatever you want, you must give, right? So whatever you want, you have to throw it at the universe so the universe can throw it back. And if you're the one who's been shut off, shut down, not giving time, energy, effort, or money to anybody, maybe you're having a hard time being emotionally vulnerable. I feel like you have to give that before you get that. What song is that? In the song, he says, you can't get it if you don't keep giving. And that's the truth. You can't get it if you don't keep giving. You can't not give it and then expect somebody's going to give it all to you. So I'm not lecturing you, but what I am saying is that I feel like this is the way you feel because something went wrong here with the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Some sort of foundation was pulled out from under you, whether that's a relationship or a job. And so I understand why you're not feeling hopeful. But I feel like something here is going to become very clear to you. And I feel like it's going to build you. Once you look at it honestly, truthfully, practically, you're going to realize that you can become more confident and you can open up to people as long as you have sufficient boundaries. But I feel like with the Knight of Cups in the reverse, you're no longer in this fantasy, everything's going to work out energy. You're like, show me the money is what you're saying here. Tell me what your worry is here. We've got the 8 of Wands. We've got the Emperor and we've got the 2 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like you should be further ahead in life right now. I feel like the worry is, look, I should be in my Emperor era. I've planned to be in my Emperor era, or I need a plan to get into my Emperor era. And that means just being in control of how you build your life, the reality you're creating, being in control of your finances, being in control of your happiness. I feel like you feel that you should be further ahead by now. But I feel like this is a burden that you need to release. And when you release that burden, you will release the worry. Again, coming back to you must live in the present moment. You have to live hour by hour, day by day. And then that's how you get to the place where wish fulfillment shows up. When you finally get to this place where you stop worrying about things. I feel like you are planning to have stability or to take back your power from something. So this does feel like there's something you're stuck in your head about that went wrong back there. And you're assuming just because things went wrong back there that everything in the future is going to go wrong as well. But I'm going to say that you always have an option or an opportunity to step into your Emperor energy. And the only way that you do that is minute by minute, day by day, hour by hour in the present moment and not worrying about whatever's happening in the future just yet. Tell me about the 8 of Swords and why are you stuck here? Got the 3 of Wands. So it's almost like somebody's standing looking out their window, looking at the future saying, somewhere out there is my future. And I feel like your future is right here, right now. So I feel like there is expansion is coming. And you might not believe me right now because it might be a really hard time. Look, Uranus is almost ready to leave. And this is where it gets super hard. And look, Uranus is going to leave, go into Gemini. It's going to come back for a little bit just to piss us off. And then it's going to leave again. But I feel like that there is something here that has been really, really hard for you. Hard to keep up financially. Hard to keep up with some sort of I would say thing that is going on in the mind. It feels like you need to dig into it a little bit more, get more information, get more data. It's when you have all the data in place, that means looking at the credit card bills, looking at what's left in your account. Are you overspending? It doesn't have to do with money, but I am looking at Pentacles and you go from the 3 to the 9. Do you know what I mean? So it feels like you go from the beginning of a job and you get a promotion, or you go from the beginning of not having much in the bank to really planning your way out of it. I feel like the 3 of Wands is like you looking out the window and saying, well, it's out there somewhere. I want the expansion. It's out there somewhere, but I feel like my hands are tied. I feel like I don't have the resources, or I'm never going to find them. Tell me about the Three of Wands. We've got the Four of Swords. See, what's coming in the future is healing. And the only way that you can heal is by paying attention to the present moment. Oh boy, until the shift shows up. So I feel like you will be shifted into a more positive energy. It feels like the Tower is showing up here because you've asked for change. You've been asking for things to change. I need something to change. And the only way for things to change is for the Tower or the Wheel or something like that to show up for you. So I feel like there is going to be a shift in how you think, a shift in your perspective. You're going to have a change of mind, but it's going to be a harsh reality that shows up. I feel like you know that there is a way out of whatever you're feeling about whoever or whatever the situation is, but you are going to have to organize yourself, look at it for what it really is, and not look at it with potential. I think I'm speaking to someone who's probably in a relationship where they're not happy and they fell in love with potential. Because Taurus, you will see the potential in people because you have potential. So if you are a person who feels positive about the future, you are a person who's also going to feel positive for other people's futures, but that's not necessarily the truth, because the Knight is now in the reverse, which means we're no longer looking at things in fantasy land. We're now looking at things that are grounded, solid, practical, things that we can touch, things that are actual, right? So I feel like there is a Three of Pentacles situation that you're in right now. You want to be in the 9. I think that the only way you're going to be able to do it is by going through this Tower. Please know that this Tower, when everything shifts, the only reason the Tower shows up is because something is an illusion or something has been built under false pretenses with a false foundation. And so I feel like when the Tower falls, it actually relieves you. It looks terrible on the surface, but it actually gives relief after it finally falls. Let's talk about this Three of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Cups. Yeah, somebody here is worried about money. Somebody here is worried about money, worried about status. How am I going to get the better job? How am I going to get a full-time job? I only have a part-time job. How am I going to make it easier or better? How are things going to become stable? It feels like you are wobbling financially or wobbling in hope that you don't have hope that things are going to get better. I feel like the Hierophant is here standing on business. I'm just going to say this is corporation, and I feel like you could be maybe working in a place with the Two of Cups or Two of Pentacles here where they're making decisions. Maybe they're moving things around. I would say reshuffling whoever is at the top of the whoever's at the top. I'm going to say there's a bunch of shuffling going on, so maybe you're worried about losing your job. I feel like you will hang on to this job by the skin of your teeth, but I feel like there is an opportunity that's going to be out there, but you got to go look for it, friend. You got to go look for it, and if you look for it, you will find it. You will see it. When you do get up and start looking, please know that your future looks really bright. Look, the sun is here. The sun is here. There is something out in the future. There is something that you're not seeing quite yet because I feel like you're just like, no, I'm not going to hope for it. I feel like you have to take back your power first and make a plan. And that's the only way that you're going to be able to move forward and stop worrying about whatever's going on here. Tell me what this outcome is here and how does Taurus get out of this worrying? We've got the King of Wands. We've got the Queen of Swords, and we've got the Temperance card. You need to start being really honest with yourself about what deserves your attention and your time and your fire. What really, who really, the situation really, where are you best spending your energy? What do you really want? Because the king can have anything that the king wants. The King of Wands is never, ever, ever, more evers, as many evers as you can say, is never ever going to not get what they want. So I feel like you can have whatever you want, but I feel like you got to be really clear and honest with yourself, and you need to liberate yourself from a situation, which means that you may have to quit the job and go to a new one. Please don't quit the job before you get a new one. You may have to quit the relationship and be by yourself. All these 9s indicate you can do it alone. You don't have to do it with somebody else. And I'm not saying you'll be single forever. I'm saying stop staying in a relationship that is not working for you because you don't want to be alone. And the Temperance energy is here. Look, something is happening in a moment of alchemy. You're going to stand up and just say it. So whether it's at the job or in the relationship or in the situation, I feel like you're just going to say it. We've got the moon energy here with the King of Cups. Yep, there's something here you've been keeping under wraps. Something here that you've been keeping quiet. You've been concealing it. It's like you've been lying to somebody. Look, I'm not saying that you're a liar. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that maybe you're in a relationship because of the money, or you're in the relationship because it gives you housing, or you're in a relationship because you don't think that you could take your income and do it on your own because maybe you work part-time. It feels like somebody here doesn't feel like they can do it on their own. I feel like you can, but it is built moment by moment, hour by hour, day by day, my friend. And I feel like you have to take back your power in order to do it. I really do feel like when you take back your power and you realize that you do have the power to build your empire by yourself, that's when the tower drops. And I feel like the tower drops to essentially obliterate whatever you have built that is an illusion or is not sturdy or is not firm. So something here is going to crash and burn because it's not supposed to be in your life. And I feel like at first it's going to feel terrible, but the Four of Swords is here telling you you will heal from it really quickly. I feel like you've been keeping something under the surface. You've not been telling someone that you're done with the relationship. I really hate this job and I'm about to bail the door. The situation isn't working out for me. I can't do this anymore. I think you're keeping it under wraps because of this, because of material possessions, material wealth. So I feel like you are about to stand up and say to somebody, you know what, here's the facts. Here's the facts. I have to restore my foundation and I can't do it sitting here waiting for you. So I feel like you are going to end up doing it alone. I'm just going to say, so if you leave the relationship, you're not going to another relationship. If you leave the job, please make sure you have a job before you leave the job. I feel like you're going to be building something on your own from here. And that's the only thing that's going to take away your worry. Listen to your intuition, my friend. Your intuition, I feel, is a little bit foggy right now because you might be in a position where you are depending on someone else to bring you happiness. So you're depending on someone else to make your life happy by bringing themselves into your life. It may be something that you're not listening to your intuition because you're depending on someone else to bring you the happiness, depending on someone else to bring you the job. So it's time to take control. That's what the Emperor says. All right. Stand on business, friend. That's who you are. And when you get past this, and you will, when you get past this, friend, you are going to be able to tell the tale and you're going to be able to teach other people how to stand on business because that's who you are. Taurus, I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for being here and watching. Love you guys so much. Thank you for all the attention and love you give this channel. I appreciate you. So I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Love ya. Bye.